So, since this is Raising Arizona, how we're going to start the show is I'm going to go rob this station.
Okay, amazing. And I'm going to sit here going, you son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
It's all for the baby, which is, of course, my podcast.
It's all for the baby is the name of the podcast.
That is how I want to start the show, and I guess we can start it here in my car.
Do you have pantyhose to put over your head?
I thought about stopping and getting some.
I have some. I should have brought them.
That's how we could have grabbed them and really just bullied our way onto the basketball courts at Mozart,
That's
where
not a
I
terrible
typically
idea.
play.
You don't even need a gun. Just freak the children out with pantyhose over your head.
Yeah, this feels. I feel like I'm gonna have to make like a video of just me driving.
Yes, 100%.
So, and if anyone hits my car, I've got proof on my head instead of like a
double
dashboard can.
Here, I'll just face backwards. The whole time so you have it going
That's
both
perfect.
ways. The pantyhose on his head are truly one of the most simple and I think funniest images. Something about the way that the legs of the pantyhose are hanging off his back, like he has two ponytails.
Every part of this movie is perfect.
It really is. Maybe not some of the racial slurs, but every other part of it. Unless you're about that, which I totally respect.
And I vacillate between the two.
I vacillate between like shitty and good person.
I
have a really obnoxious theory about this movie.
What is it?
This is
comedians in cars talking Raising Arizona.
Where's my coffee? I feel like this whole movie is a poem.
Yeah.
Like it's just
I
him.
agree with that.
Ugh, I hated saying those words.
No, but it is. It's true.
Like he narrates so much of it, and actually quite beautifully. Like the shit he's saying is so dumb. I mean, it sounds so dumb because of the way he's talking.
Right.
But it's actually kind of poignant.
Yeah. I was reading a little bit about it, and they talked about like Tennessee Williams and like Flannery O'Connor as like their main inspirations for writing
interesting.
the dialogue and stuff, because but since it's like in this situation, it comes across as much more funny than anything.
Yeah, definitely. Here, I'm gonna turn to you so they're not just looking at the road.
At the road. Part of me wants to, again, in keeping with theme with the movie, is not play my intro song until 20 minutes in.
Okay, I rewatched it literally today, and that might be my favorite part of the movie, is that there's so much,
exposition?
Yes, there's so much exposition.
Exposition.
There's so much exposition at the beginning that is like not trying to be anything but literally like, here's all the backstory. We're not going to be fancy about this.
Nope.
Watch this movie now.
Yeah, they literally say in like screenwriting class that narration is lazy and that you should not do it.
Well, fuck you. You've never seen Raising Arizona?
I agree. There's literally a part in Adaptation, which is the first movie I talked about for the season, 6th season of the show, Nic Cage movies. Because it's Charlie Kaufman writing the screenplay to Adaptation. He has a fake brother, and his fake brother is like, or no, Charlie's like, you're not supposed to use narration. Or maybe, I can't remember. His brother's really into the rules.
But I don't remember. Yeah, he's very into the rules.
And yeah, this will be the second time I mentioned it, but I watched the movie The Age of Innocence.
Oh, I've never seen it.
It's beautiful. I love it. Martin Scorsese, Daniel Day-Lewis, Michelle Pfeiffer, Winona Ryder. They used narration, and my ex was a screenwriter, currently in Los Angeles, writing scripts. And
good for her, whatever.
yeah, good for her.
Super stoked about that.
Way to go.
I've heard LA sucks.
She didn't like the movie because she felt they shoehorned in narration.
Interesting.
and they definitely kind of do. But then I was watching the bonus features on the Criterion DVD that I have of the movie with her.
Brag.
Yeah. She writes scripts. I own it on Criterion.
I have a DVD version, not Blu-ray.
But on the extras, like the screenwriter was like, we use narration in this, which everyone says not to do.
So funny. It's also like, okay, sure, don't use it in a bad way. Like,
right.
Anything can be stupid if you do it bad.
100%. I guess I'm one of those, like, I'm very break the rules.
Yeah.
No, there's no reason for you to not do things the way you want that to do them.
A couple of rule breakers here.
Yeah. Like, you know, someone said when you start a podcast, you have to do it in a studio. And I said, no.
And they said if you're filming it, it has to be a standstill shot so people don't get seasick when they watch it.
Absolutely not.
And look at us now.
The
Two
police
cameras,
behind us.
Two different angles of the road. Oh, there is the cops behind us.
It would be so funny to get pulled over right
now. It would be
now.
amazing.
I would love for that to not happen, but...
I wanted to just because the one driving truly looks 17 years old.
I would love to just so I could try to get away from them, and then when I stopped the car, be like, I was explained, it was a bit...
Have you seen this movie?
Have you seen Raising Arizona? We're sort of doing...
It's actually
reference
kind of
to that.
police.
Yeah, the police are good. I would
Holly
actually
Hunter
say
plays a cop.
She does, but she does quickly quit, which is nice.
Thank God.
I think she's the best. I mean, God bless the Coens. They've written two very good female cop characters.
And Frances McDermott is in this movie as well, because they understand that she has to be.
She has to be. Joel is married to her.
Joel
Coen.
Oh, I forget that all the time. Okay, I've definitely heard that, and I forgot.
Her and Holly Hunter were college roommates, and then roommates in New York. They both auditioned for the first Coen Brothers movie.
My brain can't handle that. Okay, those two incredible voices and incredible human beings in one space.
One very probably small space.
Two people that I would consider mommy are in one room. That's really wild.
Yep.
Wow.
And they both auditioned for Blood Simple, the Coen Brothers' first movie, which also rips. This is their second movie.
And that's how...
that's how they met both of them.
Wow.
They hired Frances, and were like, I think just became friends with everyone. And then...
No, they were like, we'll hire you if you'll date us.
Yep.
Please.
Yeah,
I have a Frances McDermott impression that I'll do when we're not in a moving vehicle, so you can really get a good shot of it. But it's
I'll
really
need
good.
it. And
that's some nepotism I can get behind.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, it's all about community.
You're right. As long as there's no blood relation, then it's just community. That's all it is. Stepkids don't count.
That is true. And that's what I will tell my stepkids one day.
One of my favorite Holly Hunter moments from this movie is when, first of all, the transition from her being incredibly serious to crying. Excellent crier, by the way. Like, top 10 criers of all time.
Truly. I love the crying in this movie.
I love him so much. I watched this movie for the first time during the pandemic when I was quarantining. Okay, wild.
We gotta get to the courts.
When I was quarantining with my parents and truly couldn't stop saying, I love him so much.
It's such a good part of this movie because specifically because of her.
Richie dropped me off in mud.
It just sort of comes out of nowhere, and it's also how I react to my dog. Sorry, I parked you right next to mud.
It's okay. I already shit talked you to the camera.
It's like how I react to my dog when I'm alone.
Is how all of these characters react to everything. When Frances McDermott is meeting the baby for the first time and they're in the middle of a conversation and she just goes, oh, he's an angel! Fully 2 minutes after meeting him.
This is arguably, no,
What?
I was gonna say it's arguably Frances' best role. It's maybe her most out there role.
And she's not even that big of a role.
No.
But you're right, it is one of the biggest characters you've ever seen, and the biggest wigs you ever see her wear. Most of her other ones, she doesn't have to do that much because she, in and of herself, is just a big presence.
Yep. She's just perfect.
She really is.
And her and her husband's outfits are both so good.
Her hairpiece, and I like all I can consider it is a hairpiece.
Yeah.
Is next level.
Truly.
I swear it's 2 wigs, like a wig on top of a wig.
It might be. It's very possible. Wow. We made it.
I think that was meant to be.
Yeah, some things just happen on purpose.
Oh, but one of my favorite Holly Hunter moments from this movie is when she's talking about, or when the scene when Herbert, as we learn, is going through getting arrested a million times, and she's very stern and serious, and then when she gets broken up with, she's like devastated and isn't wearing any makeup, and he says, "What's wrong?" And she says, what did she say? My fiance left me.
Did I write that? Oh yeah, fiance. I literally wrote it phonetically.
I've got notes too. Did you get that for the sake of this podcast?
I did. And now, welcome to the Moving Screen Podcast.
And now, the Moving Screen Podcast with your host, standing in his 5'8" from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, Richie.
Doing it 30 minutes later.
This is a movie podcast where we talk about a movie while playing basketball, or it's a basketball podcast where we play basketball and talk about a movie.
And you play really, really well.
You play really, really well. And the voice you've been hearing for the last, 15, 20 minutes
is Holly Hunter.
Welcome to the show.
My fiance left me.
My fiance.
I love him so much.
That's my future wife, Audrey Carter.
This is the 3rd marriage joke we've made. Okay, I'm gonna get this one.
Yeah, you gotta nail it. Keep going till you miss.
If I get I meant I'm gonna hit the rim and get closer to the net.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Nice and good.
Okay, do you want to see my Frances
Yeah, let's
McDermott
get that
impression?
Frances McDermott
And I say this with love.
Uh-huh.
It's literally just this. You just have to puff up your bottom lip. And that's her superpower.
That is.
And she can't hide it, and I love that about her.
She is perfect. Usually I start out the show talking about athletic background.
Oh God.
Do you have any? What's your deal?
Is that how you always ask that question?
Yeah.
Do you have any?
A lot of people, most people I've been asking recently, I go none, and I'm like, okay, let's move on.
Yeah, truly none. I played basketball for 2 weeks in middle school.
Sweet.
And I'm the youngest of 4, so I'm basically it took like one conversation of me being like, hey, I don't think this is the right fit, and they're like, okay.
Yeah, your parents are like, okay, we've been doing enough shit for
kids.
We
don't want to drive you there, so that actually works out really well. Sorry to say this, I rock climbed.
That's
you rock bit in high school?
in the high school.
Yeah, not just when I moved here and became a comedian did I start rock climbing, and now it makes me not want to rock climb. Come on.
There are so many rock climbers.
I love when people discover rock climbing and it's their whole identity, and it's really makes them feel really, really good. And I love that for them. I want people to feel good.
Me too.
Okay, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah, go ahead and make it.
Just go ahead and do the thing.
Go ahead and make your shot.
Yeah, I don't think I successfully really played any other sports. I did preseason of volleyball in high school, freshman year.
A lot of sports for tall people.
Yeah, that's so true. Well, what I really should have played was softball. Everything about me screams softball, and I know
sure.
that, and I am comfortable with that.
Yeah.
But I just never did.
Well, it's not too late. Let's break out the bats.
You're right. That's not a terrible idea.
I truly do want to play softball or baseball, like as like a group with a group of friends. It's just like a little hard.
It's just a lot of spreadsheets. It's a lot of organization.
I mean, the nice thing about basketball is you just have to buy a basketball. It's like $15 and that's all you need and you show up somewhere.
Plug for Senston basketballs. Mm-hmm. What's your athletic background? You've never been asked that on the pod, have you?
No one's ever asked, and no one will ever know.
Every episode starts with 15 minutes of you telling your athletic career.
A little bit. But I played Little League Baseball until some people said that no one liked me because I was bad.
Oh, okay.
High school, I tried out for
were some people like a coach or like a 5-year-old?
He was in 5th grade when I was in 6th grade. He said, "You know, no one likes you, right?"
He was younger?
Yeah.
Damn, that
he was
hurts.
Better. And there was a time not too long ago where my brother was like, he's been cheating on his girlfriend because we still keep tabs on this guy. He's been cheating on his girlfriend with a guy.
Oh.
He's been having a secret gay affair.
Okay, so he needed you off the team because you turned him on.
Because I turned him on.
He was too horny during games, and it was affecting his skills.
And my thing is, I mean, you know, love who you want to love, but
I'm running away.
Wait, where are you going?
Okay, first the slurs, and now
no, it's love who you want to love. But I feel good in the fact that he's not comfortable living his true life. I feel like I win.
Right, we love that suffering for him.
He does not deserve to be out and proud. He should be in and
That's
upset.
the worst thing that anyone's ever said. And I agree.
And that's what he gets for saying, you know, no one likes you, right? And it literally made me quit baseball.
That is truly the worst thing you can say to a... How old are you in 6th grade? 12?
11 or 12, yeah.
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, go be closeted and miserable, dude.
Hopefully, I think it's been long enough that hopefully... I think he's got his payback. I hope he's come out and, you know, people love him for who he is.
His suffering for many years has paid for yours for a year.
And, you know, maybe he'll reach out to me and apologize, and we'll go get coffee and, I don't know.
His hand will brush yours.
Yeah. I really want to say his name, but I won't. Essentially,
oops. Sorry about your bottle.
Thank you.
Say it and just bleep it out, can you?
I could, but I won't.
And then tell me and I'll tell everyone else.
Yeah, sure. His name's...
His name's Maddie Merritt. Okay. Are we actually
you
playing?
feel good? I was going to say, yeah, we do play.
Okay.
That's usually when movie talk starts, but this is an unorthodox episode for a sort of unorthodox movie.
And I'm just unique like that.
Yeah, and you know... We didn't even really get into why we started in the car. All of the courts at Mozart Park, where I usually record, are full.
Yes, and so much of this car, as we were saying in the car is kind of a character in and of itself.
Yeah, the car is basically the New York City of this movie.
I know that's a crazy theory, but... Oh.
Yeah, we're going to play a game to 10. It's make it, take it. So if you make a shot, you get to keep the ball.
Okay, so I don't have to, try to, sneak it from you?
No.
Okay.
You can if you want.
I'm not shooting for the stars.
3s are behind that line. But they're 2s. 2s are 1s.
Mm-hmm. And that means what?
So in regular basketball, this shot would be worth 2 points.
2-pointer.
But for us, it's only going to be worth 1.
Because we're comedians.
Because they're comedians.
Okay.
That's just, for some reason, what pickup does. I don't know. And then this, which is usually worth 3, is only worth 2. And I made both of those demonstration
shots.
That's really
impressive.
Which feels amazing.
You could lie to me about anything right now and I would
That's
believe
true.
it. You could be like, you have to hit yourself in the face with it and then get a goal.
Mm-hmm. And if you can...
A goal.
You get a goal. They do call them field goals.
Oh, okay. Wait, what? For real?
Yeah.
I thought that was football.
any shot is considered a field goal. Or maybe any 2-point shot is considered a field goal, and then 3-pointers are just considered 3-pointers.
Okay, so you just got a score, so then you gave the ball to me, and then I missed, so you're getting it. We're just going back and forth?
We can play for real. So
Let's
you
discuss the rules for 35 minutes.
So we'll start the game now.
Okay.
And you can just try to score. You can move around. You can do whatever you want. I can try to stop you, and I can also give you the ball back.
My long leg got in the way.
Oh, yeah, and we should talk about, speaking of Nic Cage, long legs.
That's what they call him, is Nick Longlegs Cage.
Did you see that movie, though?
No.
The
wait,
movie
is that
Long
a real
Legs?
movie?
Yeah.
No.
That's starring Nic Cage. Yeah. Whoa!
If that went in,
that would be cool.
I feel like for so long, I just didn't like Nic Cage.
Yeah.
And I feel like he was like so good and underrated for a period of time.
Yes.
And then it was like National Treasure and National Treasure 2 and National Treasure 3, I think. Just 2?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I watched that on every road trip as a child.
I'm literally talking about both those movies.
They're good movies.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
But was he at his peak performance? I don't know. And now, all of a sudden, he's...
Well, yeah. Back. So the story goes that he went into tremendous amounts of debt.
Oh.
And just had to sort of start taking roles to pay that off. So he had a real crazy sort of point between 2004 and like 2018, I think, where he was doing kind of just trash.
Why did he go into debt? Just because he was like buying snake skin jackets?
Like shit like that. There's a really good profile on him that I want to reread. But yeah, he like bought a haunted mansion in New Orleans. Like like you can go visit his cemeterial plot. He already has that, which is also in New Orleans. Does
it have his gravestone and it says the year he was born to question mark?
I don't know. I don't think I found it when I was out there, but okay, also I'm going to pass this to you and you're going to pass it back to me, and that's called a check, and that's just sort of an acknowledgement that I have the ball now.
Okay, I'm going to check now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the check. And then you can try to stop me if you want. But good luck.
I got it. Don't you worry.
Yeah, he had a lull, and it is unfortunate. I bet there's some surprise goodies in there.
I'm sure. I really like knowing that his family didn't bail him out, because they 100% could have.
Oh, for sure.
But they were like, no. Is it my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can.
That was closer. I feel good about that.
Good. Yeah, I mean, he's a Coppola.
Full blown.
He's his uncle is Francis.
Okay. That makes sense. His sister is. Or no, that's his aunt.
That's one for me. Is his sister? No, his sister's not Talia Shire.
Who's the other? Sofia Coppola.
Sofia Coppola would be his like second cousin.
Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't bail out a second cousin either. Oh wait, do I give it to you now?
Yeah.
Okay. Check.
Thank you.
But back when he was not worried about his tremendous... Oh, I tried to get it. Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Back when he was not worried about his tremendous debt, he had insane comedic timing.
He's so incredible in this and in Moonstruck, which are like right around the same time.
And you know what I'm realizing right now in this moment? Is that it is all based on his hairline. I think when he started losing hair, he became wildly insecure.
Probably.
And then everything went to hell. And he bought a mansion, what was it, a ghost mansion?
A haunted mansion.
A haunted mansion, as one does.
Yeah.
When they lose their hair.
That was kind of a cool movie.
And then he started... You're right, that was really good. And then I'm...
Yeah.
Oh, check. Hey!
Yeah, it's 2.
Yeah, truly, because this was like the heyday of his hair. Hold on, I'm getting a little loose. This was like the heyday of his hair.
Truly.
When he could do anything with it, which Raising Arizona, I would argue, is the best use of Nicolas Cage's hair.
For sure. I didn't think about it until I was reading IMDb trivia, but he in particular really liked that much like his Roadrunner tattoo, which I love. His hair, like the Roadrunner, becomes crazier the more stressed he is.
It's incredible. Do I check it now?
Yeah. And he is so good. I don't know. You've seen Moonstruck, have you? Wow.
I'm not proud of that.
You should see Moonstruck.
I should. I was hoping nobody would ever ask me that.
I mean, that was the start of everything.
I know, and that's why I was really hoping that would never come out.
Okay. I just don't know. There could be a debate. I think it's pretty much between Raising Arizona and Moonstruck of where he's the hottest.
Okay, interesting. I would argue he's very hot in Raising Arizona, so I'd be really interested to see. And it's the hair.
Yeah, it is. He
and
has
the eyebrows.
He has the good hair in Moonstruck. No mustache. He's like a classic sort of handsome guy in Moonstruck, whereas here he's like a Arizona kind of scumbag hot.
And the confidence that he has to act like an absolute fucking idiot is so much of his attractiveness.
There was I guess there was like a little bit of contention on the set for this movie.
Between who?
Between Nic Cage and the Coen brothers, because Nick was like really wanted to kind of have his own ideas.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you get that one. Okay, interesting.
He had his own ideas about the character and stuff, and the Coens just have like sort of a singular point of view.
Yeah, famously like, not flexible people.
Yeah, so they did. I
tried to catch you off guard.
Almost worked.
I did catch you off guard. I just didn't make the shot. Okay, continue.
But they admitted like we'd much rather have an actor like who has his own ideas that we disagree with than someone who's just like
we'll do whatever we say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like in turn sort of gives us nothing.
Oh.
There's a part that I think I read an interview that he improvised this when he first meets Ed, Holly Hunter.
Uh-huh.
He's getting his picture taken.
Yep. And in jail.
In the jail, and as he's walking away, he spanks himself.
Oh, okay, that was improvised?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was a good moment. They let him have that one moment. We'll let you spank yourself, but nothing more.
Truly. Yeah, this is... Hey.
Trying not to film the children.
Yeah, this is also sort of a Raising Arizona moment, in a way.
It would be if we took the baby. Which, just because this is being recorded, we would never do. You go in there and you get me that toddler. You bring me a baby. My dad really loves to say the moment when, so they've gotten back together, or no, they're together at this point.
Yeah.
And he's back on the straight and narrow, essentially. He hasn't robbed since they got married and had their baby.
Yeah.
And then, shit gets dark, so he decides he's gonna rob again.
Mm-hmm.
He puts the pantyhose on, and he's at the, I'm telling this story in a really riveting way. He's at the checkout, and Holly Hunter realizes what's going on, and she's out there going, "You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!" And he's just up there. He goes, "Excuse me, what do you say? Could you go fast? I'm in a bit of Dutch with the wife." Or I'm in Dutch with the wife. So many things in this movie that I have no idea what they mean.
No, they don't. Like, surely they have meant something at some point.
I'm in Dutch with the wife. I'm in trouble. It's hot like a Dutch oven. I don't know.
There's a line in The Witches of Eastwick Which
God, that'd be a cool show to do.
That would be awesome. We should do Witches of Eastwick.
I really want to be the lady that throws up the cherries.
You should.
Oh.
Fuck.
Check. This is how I play.
Yeah, this is how I win. But in Witches of Eastwick, Jack Nicholson talks to Susan Sarandon about her music, and he says, people in this town don't understand you. Pearls before swine.
That was a really good Jack Nicholson. That actually sounded like him.
And me and Maddie and Sean were like, what does that mean? And we realized it's like if you handed a pig a bunch of pearls. The pig would not know anything about those
Pigs
pearls.
don't understand value.
No.
They just eat shit.
Pearls before swine.
Hey,
that means
it's like
nothing.
bros before hoes, but pearls before swine.
Yeah,
what matters is jewelry.
I was gonna say, should that be the merch? Pearls before swine.
Honestly, yes, and it should be a pig with pearls on it. Lipstick and pearls. And a little cherry tattoo on its ass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at my notes because I wrote down some of my favorite things from the movie.
Yeah, please.
Some of my favorite moments. Let's see. Oh, okay. This is a super specific one. when they're bringing their son home, Nathan Jr. for the first time. Making me run for the ball. When they bring Nathan Jr. home for the first time, Nicolas Cage goes in ahead of Holly Hunter to like organize the house, make sure everything's good.
Yeah.
Do you remember the moment when he's like ruffling around, he sees a Playboy, he puts it under the mattress and immediately goes, and takes it out again, looks at it, and then puts it back under the bed, and then he's ready?
He puts it under the bed, but he also puts it under the bed folded. Like,
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he doesn't reclose it. He's like, okay, that's a good part.
That's the page I want to stay on. I just love that he puts it under there and then is like, I gotta see it one more time before my son.
Yeah, my infant child cannot find a Playboy.
I can't be aroused with my child in the house.
I wrote this question down because I think it's good, and I feel like I have two in my life at least. Who is your sort of like Nathan Arizona in your town? Do you have one?
That's a really good question.
Like someone who like was just on local commercials, who like everybody knows.
That's a really good question.
Okay, I think it's 4-0.
Oh, we're keeping track. Awesome.
Yeah. To 10.
I think it's all radio personalities.
Yeah.
One of which is this guy that goes to the dump, Brook Road on Lakeside Avenue. And I truly didn't understand that not everybody had a dump on Brook Road and Lakeside Avenue until I moved away from where I'm from.
Sure.
So that was pretty devastating. I'll have to think of what my next one is. Who's yours?
There are two. One is Chicagoland area legend, Peter Francis Geraci.
Okay, I have heard this name.
He just would be on like every commercial. It's one of those things where you're like, I don't know what you're a lawyer.
Why are you here?
Yeah, and he would just start out, and he had no charisma, and he'd be like, I'm Peter Francis Geraci.
I'm in this commercial, buy the thing, please.
There was a time in college where this girl I knew posted it on Facebook, rest in peace, Peter Francis Geraci. I messaged her, and I was like, is that real? And she was like, no, but I want people to think he's dead.
Oh my God.
So I also posted it, and it did sort of snowball. Like, a lot of people, I think, thought he died.
That's the most ironic, or the most annoying, I'm just being ironic to be ironic
Truly.
thing I've ever heard.
God,
I hated that era of Facebook.
Truly.
I would have shared it, let's be honest.
There was, I'm also remembering Bob Rohrman, who owned
amazing name.
A bunch of car dealerships around here.
Okay.
And he had a lion, so it'd be like, Rohrman.
He had a lion?
Like, he had like a cartoon lion.
Okay,
mascot,
amazing.
Whose name was Hubert, which is my middle name.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Hubie.
Yeah, Hubie Halloween.
I really like the moment in this movie when we find out that his name is Herbert.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know why it feels significant.
It is, because it's like...
It's not just H anymore.
It's not just H, and it's something, like, you kind of look at him as an outlaw, and then his name is something like a little goofy.
Right. Quite
I would love to know what the I stood for.
That's a good question. I bet
6.
we can find out. I don't think they say it in the movie.
No.
I have to say that the bounty hunter in this movie genuinely scares me to this day.
Leonard Smalls.
He's
a reference to Of Mice and Men.
Oh, I didn't even catch that.
7. Yeah, he is truly scary, and I feel like I almost start to like the movie a little less when he shows up.
Yeah, he's disgusting looking. Also, he wears these boots that have fur on them, and it's always wet. Truly, like, go in and watch the first time you see him. He stomps his boot, and it's soaking wet and hairy. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's a character I would never want to play just because he just looks dirty and uncomfortable the whole time.
Absolutely. Filthy. Kind of like the swingers kids. One of their kids, for no apparent reason, is just absolutely filthy at all times.
Yeah, those kids are so funny.
I love them.
It does remind me of... It just reminds me of, like, every family sort of get-together growing up.
Yep.
Or, like, going to, like, a cousin's birthday party and all their friends are there. And you're like,
loud.
I hate these people.
And the parents have just given up. When they call for their kids to come inside and it's just all of them on top of his car.
Yeah. There's the one point where the kid just walks up to Nic Cage and just hits him with his baseball.
Oh, okay, that reminds me of one of my favorite moments. And I will say, I gotta get this on tape. I do not support domestic violence. But the moment when Holly Hunter punches Nicolas Cage and he goes like this.
Yeah.
That lives in my memory.
He is basically the rotor. This is like a Looney Tunes movie.
Does Nicolas Cage actually have that tattoo?
No, I don't think so.
He should.
But I want to give myself that tattoo now.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, I love it. It's such like an innocent tattoo to get.
It's so stupid. I love it.
Do you know I feel like just so many 8. For some reason, I don't know what happened in like the 80s, but there are so many sort of now 50 to 60-year-old women with Tweety Bird tattoos.
Yep, that was a thing.
Like,
100%.
why? What about her?
She's like youthful and like
yeah.
has a fat ass and a little waist and really long eyelashes.
Yeah, cute face, little waist, and a big behind.
She's kind of what they were all hoping to be.
That's 10.
Hey!
Now we're gonna play horse.
Okay.
Which do you know how to play horse?
Those I understand. That I understand the rules of. Okay, let me look at what I wrote down. The other things I loved.
I'm trying to think of what the best. What the best possible.
Ooh.
I usually do horse, but it's in relation to the.
Okay.
I guess we could do just baby.
Baby.
Yeah.
Baby. Yeah, let's do baby.
I would love to do Nathan Jr.
Or just Junior. Is that too many?
It's a little too many.
Okay. Baby it is.
Yeah, we'll do baby. You can shoot first. Do whatever crazy, fucked up little shit you want to do.
Are you sure about that? You ready for this? Yeah, I can go all the way over
that was
the
pretty
hoop.
fucking awesome.
Kind of cool. There's a moment when, sorry, you keep saying and then I immediately start talking.
No, please. I say so much.
You say and I'm like, that's the moment I should start speaking. Okay, I have so much to say about
Grandma.
Nathan, Arizona, the actual Nathan, Arizona.
Yes.
Or My Name Ain't Nathan, Arizona is just incredible, and also his name isn't Nathan, Arizona.
No.
But he and his wife looks way too old to have recent babies.
Yes.
And I don't say that in a shaming way.
No, it's just
good
a fact.
for her.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Way to go.
But good for her.
Yeah.
But there's a moment when wait, I said I understand horse. You just shoot, right? Doesn't matter where I shoot from?
Yeah, if you make it, then I have to make the exact same shot that you made.
Okay, so I'll make it really hard.
Yeah, and if you miss it, then I get to do whatever I want. If I make it, you have to do what I
Okay.
did.
Whatever I want.
And if you
Jump in a pool.
I mean, theoretically you could. There is a lagoon right
I got excited that there was a public pool. I would jump in.
Fuck.
Okay, but the moment that that Mr. and Mrs. Nathan Arizona are sitting in their like living room while the babies are asleep, and H is kidnapping one of them. Nathan Arizona's on the phone, and he says he's arguing with one of his employees, and he said, "Here, I wrote down. Will you hold that,
yeah, please."
He says one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my life. He said, "Yeah, and if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass a hoppin'." And that's just an incredible line.
You know what? What's crazy is that I'm holding up a finger.
I gotta say.
You know what's crazy is that this is the second movie this week that I watched where a character said that exact thing.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Who?
I watched the movie McCabe and Mrs. Miller. It's like early 70s Western.
And they said, yeah, and if a frog had wings, it wouldn't bump its ass a hoppin'.
Yeah.
That's a crazy coincidence.
They also, in McCabe and Mrs. Miller, told a joke that I had only heard my dad tell me that he heard from his dad. And like my dad's dad died when my dad was 14, so all I have is stories.
Wow.
And this joke has never once made sense to me, and it still doesn't make sense to me. And I'm gonna say it right now.
Okay.
My grandpa told it was a mouse, but in the movie it was a frog.
Okay.
Same thing.
I'll let it slide.
So an eagle swoops down and picks up, eats a frog, sort of whole, flies up into the sky. The frog is inside the eagle and sort of works its way down the digestional tract, and he gets up to the eagle's butt, and he goes like, he looks out, and he, holy crap, we're pretty high. How high up we? And he goes, we're pretty far high up. And the frog goes, hey eagle, and the eagle goes, yeah. And the frog goes, you wouldn't shit me, would you?
Your grandpa sounds awesome.
And I've never fully understood that joke. I guess I get it now, and that he's like, you're not shitting me, are you?
Right.
Like, you're not lying to me. But
oh, I just got that part. I was only laughing
I don't even know if that's
pooping.
the joke. That sort of hit me. I've been hearing this joke for 30 years.
Did your grandpa say hole when he said that joke?
I don't.
He climbed all the
He
way
would definitely
to his
do.
hole.
My dad telling it would do like a very big, exaggerated pulling the asshole apart,
Rectum.
and then
Sphincter.
yeah, and snapping his fingers back in a way that I really appreciate to this day.
A way that really emulates what it would be like to be inside an ass.
Truly. And I wonder if my grandpa saw that movie a couple years before he died and just repeated it.
That would be wild.
Or if it's just an old joke that
I think this movie is cursed for you.
Hey. Okay, you just got to make it from right here.
So that was B or A?
So if you make this shot, then it's nothing. But if you miss it, then it's B.
Okay, here we go. This is what I've been practicing for.
B. Another Nathan Arizona character in my life, my Champaign, Illinois college town. I forget what the name of the furniture store was. There was a guy with really long hair, and he would go, "Our prices are going downer, downer, downer." And then he would go, "Yeah, come on down to the furniture store where you always get a free onion."
A free onion?
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's great.
I don't know.
I could take a free onion. Hey!
Yeah.
So that's A?
If you miss this free throw, then yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Another part that I think is really funny is, well, one, everybody who takes this child is really interested in keeping the child's well-being.
Everybody is very caring about the kid.
John Goodman and the other guy take the baby, and they are like, we have to, like, he's like, how do you do the diaper thing? Like, do I need safety pins? Or there's like, no, they actually made it really easy.
That's so true. At no point in time is this child in any real danger.
No.
He is well taken care of.
Never.
Unless you count when he's in the front seat of a car.
Yeah, or on the roof of the car.
Fine.
And then that convenience store clerk is there, like, he was like, oh, you got balloons? And they're like, yep. And they're like, they'll come in funny shapes. And he goes, no, unless round is a funny shape to you.
Which, if you're a baby, it is. There's a moment when the bounty hunter finally gets the baby.
Yeah.
Holly Hunter gets out of the car and screams. She says, she goes, "You give me back that baby, you warthog from hell!"
Yeah.
Which is just the best insult I've ever heard.
Truly.
You warthog from hell.
And this movie, also similar to Witches of Eastwick, the villain is sort of conjured up by the people in the movie.
Yeah. And not a real villain.
Right.
Wait, are you considering the bounty hunter the villain, or
the
Nathan?
Bounty hunter the villain? Yeah. Yep.
Say again, who?
The bounty hunter's the villain.
Okay, but at the same time, he's also trying to bring that baby back to the dad.
He is, but he's also like, if you don't give me the money I'm asking for, I will sell the baby on the black market.
Yeah, hustlers gotta find a way.
It's true.
We're all trying to make a buck in this world. Oh, come on.
Yeah, my grind is like funny little t-shirts and selling babies.
Yeah, mine's marketing for a nonprofit and stealing babies.
So make it from right there.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay.
Bab. There were 15 babies.
15?
Yeah.
Like, to film the movie, they had to have 15 babies?
Yep. One baby got fired because it learned how to walk. I also love that.
Wait, say that again? A baby got fired because it learned how to walk?
Yeah.
You're not dumb enough.
The names of the Arizona babies are Harry, Barry, Larry, Gary, and Nathan Jr.
Yep. Revolutionary. I really hate to say these words out loud, but that is kind of our generation's Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy.
Yeah.
I really hate saying that out loud.
So for that one, you have to throw it up here and then just sort of lay it in.
I didn't even
close.
see you make it. Wait, what do I do?
You, from that line back right behind you, throw it up like to bounce it and then catch it and then just...
Oh, I had to do it exactly how you did it. Okay,
Yeah.
Easy. Here we go. Huh.
Yeah, and you got baby.
I got a baby.
All right, last part of the show. I feel like there's still so much more to say.
There's so much more to say.
We give a review of the movie, and while leading up to your score out of 5
diapers.
Yeah, 5 diapers with the little straps.
Yep.
Try to slam dunk.
Wow. Okay, say that all again.
You're gonna give a little review of the movie rated out of 5 diapers with the little straps.
Okay.
And while leading up to your score, try to slam dunk. And
okay,
I'll go first.
Okay.
Just to show how it's done. Like I said, I think this is a perfect movie. This is a perfect way to
really is.
Perfect ambiance.
You go in there and you give me that baby.
The chase scene in this movie is amazing.
Incredible.
Every part of it is so good. I also love when John Goodman and the other guy are just screaming because they forgot the baby. There's a credit in this in the movie. It says featuring the amazing voice of William Preston Robertson, who does the yodeling.
Oh. Important credit.
Yeah, I think that's great because that is such a good soundtrack. Costumes are perfect. Holly Hunter, Nic Cage, hot. Frances Dorman, hot. Her husband, creepy in a good way. John Goodman, perfect. Other guy, perfect. I wish I knew his name. That said, I give it 5 diapers, with the straps.
5 diapers with the straps?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's the diapers with the straps, and then of course, Mr. Little has the boots with the fur.
Boo!
I get sniped.
You're just gone. Another moment I really love before I get to my review is when Frances McDormand is freaking out about. Also, I will say she's usually like the calm, level-headed one in movies, and so seeing her be an absolute lunatic is really fun.
Yeah.
She's telling Holly Hunter about how she their kids have to get their tetanus shots or some sort of shot, and she says if you don't do it every year, they're gonna get lockjaw and night vision, which is the most insane set of symptoms I've ever heard.
Night vision, not too bad, I would say.
I feel like that is a perfect lead-in to my review, which is that this movie makes little sense on a logical level, but it makes a lot of sense on a creative level.
Yeah.
And it's an all-star cast.
Yeah.
Holly Hunter, I wouldn't say at her best because she doesn't get enough screen time, but it's Holly Hunter's, I mean, she's the best. So,
yeah.
Frances McDermott, yeah, Nic Cage, hot. Everyone hot.
Yeah. Like the Arizona sun.
The swinger's husband, creepy. I'm just gonna call him creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would argue it's a flawless movie, and I'm gonna say something really awful. They don't make movies like this anymore. 5 diapers with the straps.
Yeah. Oh my God, you slam dunked it. Make it. It's not ending till you make it. You gotta make it.
I'm gonna get this.
You gotta make one.
It's one for each diaper. Come on.
One more. You got it.
My equilibrium's off because of the GoPro.
Yeah, that is.
Hey,
Yeah.
5 diapers.
5 diapers. Thanks for doing the show, Audrey. Is there anything you want to promote?
No, I'm just living life.
Cool.
Not a single thing. Well, Witches of Eastwick.
Yeah.
October 17th, 18th, and 19th.
That's true.
At
Bricktown.
Bricktown again.
It's gonna be fun. First read-throughs tonight, and by tonight I mean in like an hour.
I'd also like to promote. Promote the Annoyance SNL showcase, which I didn't make. I'd also like to promote that commercial for some cheeseburger company that I didn't make.
But how about that basket that you did make?
But I made that, and that's what they're missing out on.
That's what these TV shows and commercials, they need to know how good you are at basketball.
Exactly. They need to know how good I am at basketball.
And here's Audrey's notes.
Basketball. Basketball. Yeah. There we go.
That's perfect.
Thank you.
There we go.
Let me make sure I get
Patreon.com/moviescreen, $5 a month. I had a rock and roll album out. It's good. Find on my Instagram at I am Richie Owens. That's it.
Hey.
Until next time, I'll see you on the court.
And to close out, mind his little fontanelle, which I Googled and is an actual thing.
That's great.
It's the part of a baby's skull. You don't have to keep recording.
No,
this.
I do. I want to hear it now.
It's the part of a baby's skull that's still soft. And that can't protect their brain.
Yeah.
So when she hands it to him and says, mind his little fontanelle, that's just science.
Perfect. That is just science.